Hey guys, it's Chastity. I didn't think that I would fill up to making a video for quite some time, but definitely not this soon, but I am making it, so let me go ahead and tell you everything. It's kind of a lot, so hopefully this video won't be too long, but yeah. So my trip to West Virginia went well. Holland met her dad Sunday. We got there Thursday, and he met her Sunday. We met at 6 p.m. and I was there till 8:30 p.m. The visit went well. I took her in, and as soon as I got out of her car seat, I handed her over to him, and he almost cried, and it went well. And his whole family was there. His mom and dad, his sister and brother, their kids, his grandma, so there was quite a few people there. I believe it was like the next day, he asked me if he could see her again that day, so the visit had went well, so I agreed. Long story short, he saw her every day that I was there in West Virginia, and I think it was the third or fourth day I was there, he asked me if he could come back to Georgia with us. I agreed, well, I talked to my mom about it. I thought it would be a good idea to see how everything would go if we did. He seemed like he was manning up and taking responsibility. So I talked to my mom about it, and she talked to my dad about it over the phone, and they agreed to let him come back with me. So he came back with us Saturday, and he moved in with us. He brought all of his stuff. We gave him his own room. He unpacked, and we got back together. So we were dating, and everything went well while he was here. For the most part, I mean, he got homesick some, which was expected. I would have been homesick too if I made that kind of move, and so far from home, then I would have been homesick too. But so just actually last night, starting out, let me tell you that earlier in the day, yesterday, I was walking away, and he was trying to get my attention, and he called me by his ex-girlfriend's name on accident. Which really hurt. I just kind of like froze, and I was like, "What did you say?" And he just kind of froze, and he was like, "I meant Chastity." I was so mad. So, I was already mad from that during that day. I mean, yesterday. I was already mad from that. And, then, so I really wasn't talking to him much, and then that evening, he was on the back porch, and I went out. And I said, since you're living with us, I guess we better go ahead and resolve this, since we have to see each other, every day, all day. And I said, and then he was like, okay. And he just kind of sat there, and I said, you don't really want to be with me, do you? And he just didn't say anything. And I knew then that it wasn't going to be good. And he said, if I tell you, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad if I tell you. And I was like, no, I won't. Just tell me. And he was like, no, nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Forget it. Nothing's wrong. I was like, I already know something's wrong now. You better tell me. And so he just sat there, and he's like, I feel it's better if Holland's parents aren't together. I think it's better if Holland's parents are separated. And I just said, I was holding back from saying what I was feeling, and because I was very angry, very, very angry and hurt. And he said that it's better because we fight all the time, which is not true. Okay, we argue during, we have little arguments that last 5 minutes, and then we're okay again every day. But what couple doesn't argue? I mean, if you're going to be in a relationship with someone, you're going to argue. No relationship is perfect. And we didn't ever really like fight. I mean, yesterday, you know, we had a big fight, yeah, because he called me his ex-girlfriend's name. But that was like the only big fight we had since he'd been there. We had, like I said, little arguments, but that was all. And so so he was like, see, I told you were gonna be mad. And I was like, I'm sorry. Do you expect me to be happy? You just told me you didn't want to be with me anymore. You just told me, you know, that you think it's better if Han's parents are separated. Do you want me to be happy? You expect me to be okay with this? Like, he didn't expect me to be upset about that. It just made me so mad. And so I flew off the handle. I said some things I probably shouldn't have said and things I didn't mean, which now I regret for saying. I mean, I shouldn't have said some things that I did, but I was extremely hurt, and I went into the living room and I told my dad, I said, when can you take him home? And he was like, what do you mean? And I said, when can you take CJ home? He's got to go home. And he just said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chastity, I'm sorry. And I was like, well, figure it out, because he's got to go home. He's got to get out of here. And so I went on the back porch, and my dad said he could probably take him home Monday. So I went on the back porch, and I was like, my dad's taking you home Monday. And he, when I went out there, he was on the phone with his friend. And he on the phone with his friend, he was like, well, I guess I'm going home Monday. I'll call you back. So he got off the phone. And then, long story short, because a lot happened, my dad ended up taking him home last night. The night that everything happened, he went home that night. I bawled and so heartbroken. I should have never put myself in this situation for this to happen. And my mom was saying, you know, that she didn't want to say no because she knew that if she would have said no, there would always be that question in my head, what if? Like, what if I would have let him come home? Would things have changed and been better?